assessment. Sometimes when you are when you are starting an idea, you have an idea, you want to implement it. There can be benefits that you cannot think, you might not have thought about. One of the issues is the fact that there are always, for every particular idea or intervention you bring into society, positive and negative outcomes. Let me give an example. Somebody wants a borehole to be implemented in a locality, thinking that everybody goes to fetch water from a town. So if I put a borehole here, I can sell water. Now, so to be able to place the borehole, he has to ask himself, where do I locate the borehole? If he goes to do discussion with the town, the woman may say that we want the borehole in the center of the city, so that it's very close to our homes, so that our children will not have to travel that far and go outside the town to go and fetch water. But maybe the men too say that we wish the borehole, we could fix one for each of us in our house. So our wives don't have to go to the riverside, they are going to wash. They go there, they go and do la power and gossip and things. They don't come back home early. So I don't get my food early. They should do one, I would like to, one just close to our neighborhood. So nobody travels that far to the riverside. That could be another idea. Now, when it comes to the children, you want it in the school. Because sometimes when they go to the school, they tell them to go and fetch water. And going that far to go and fetch water is very difficult. Everybody has different ideas of what the water should be. But the entrepreneur has to choose where he wants to place the water. If you are not very careful, if you place it in the wrong place, some people will never use it because so culturally they don't have any passion or affinity or relationship with that particular thing. There was a time that UNDP wanted to build an ICT center in a town in Ghana here. Then they gave the money to the regional directorate. Then the regional person just chose, politically where the thing should be located. So when they came to do a follow-up, the town abandoned the ICT center. They were not going there. They said that the regional minister plus the MP are placed it in some place, and where it is, they don't really want to have anything to it. Another town, when they got there, they went to do a consultation. Somebody gave his whole house free for them to build the ICT center in it. So that the money was even reduced. So they used the money to rather do the renovation and buy the equipment. And that one, everybody was going there because that man had goodwill with the people in the town. Now, these are two differences. One, they gave the money through the government machinery and the money went somewhere else. The other one, they rather went to consult to the people that, where do you want to site it? They said that, you want to do this for our town, I will give you a building. He can give you a building free for them. So the people found out that the second one, they owned the project. It is their project. They'll contribute to manage it. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. But the first one, they saw it very political and they abandoned it. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So sometimes if you are introducing a product and even a concept or intervention, if you're not very careful, what you think is beneficial for you is not beneficial for the community. Certain factories come to a town, they rather cause more unemployment than cause employment. Oh yes, it happens. There are certain businesses, when they come to a town, they help cause more unemployment than employment, and it creates much more problems for other people. I was in Agbozome some time ago, and we're doing a study there on socioeconomic livelihoods, and we realized something that was happening there. Many of the young men wanted to be tailors, so they are learning how to do tailoring. But apparently, when you do learn the tailoring, they can leave Agbozome and go to Accra and go and start the tailoring business there. But traditionally, they were trained as blacksmiths. Their fathers were blacksmiths, they trained them. But as they grow, they don't want to do it by blacksmiths anymore, because being a blacksmith does not help you leave the town. So they want the tailoring. Customers are few for blacksmith. So we saw that there was a difference between what the young folks were looking for and what traditionally the people who were there and they are grown up. And they said that the new tailoring business is destroying the society because it's making the young men just get up and leave. And then the tailoring business that the father has set up, or the blacksmith, nobody continues it. So, in your mind, and one of the things that had come up, the government was bringing school uniform sewing. You have to say school uniform for JSS. and they bring it to the district assembly. There's an association there, so they share it among the association of tailors. If you don't belong to it, they don't give you out the contract. Yeah. So they're trying to explain something to me that, see, the more the contracts are coming, those who are there stay to do the business. So if government can bring in more contracts, the tailors can get more business. They don't need to move to travel to Accra and do that. Then somebody also said that what they have been doing now, they are partnering with some of the cars. They take the pictures of clothes and send to their friends in Accra. If you want them to sew for you, then they will sew it for you. Then they'll give it to the car, and sometimes oven or whatever. Then you send the money by mobile money. Then they bring the dress to you. So they have got clients in Accra, but they don't need to go to Accra. So that is another way the others have started doing to stay in the town. But they are not happy about the fact that now blacksmith business is dying. So one business is growing, another business, and another skill is also falling out. That is an idea. Sometimes things that happen. So if you bring a new business into a community, one of the things you may not realize is that you may be breaking some of the cultural norms that was building the society together. A father passes on a business to a younger, the son should pass on to his son. The whole thing is breaking away. Now it's become a tailoring, and that's what they are doing, because tailoring is also an opportunity for them. But is it wrong? Is it helpful? That's another thing that somebody has to judge in future. Your idea can destroy the social context that you have there. Okay. So in conducting a feasibility study, what we advise is that you should set up a team. The reason why we say we should set up a team is sometimes one person doesn't have all the skills to handle market, to handle technical assessment, to handle the financial assessment, to handle even the social assessment. So if you can get people to come together, or you can even appoint that one of your workers can look at the financial, another person can look at this, another person can look at that. Or you can talk to advisory bodies like PEF, or I think MBSSI has a branch in Ho. Yeah. Those business advisory centers, they sometimes give help like that. They can conduct a feasibility study and then submit the report to you. But what the difficulty about most of these feasibility studies is time. A study that you did about a product introducing a product last year may not be relevant today, because the market has changed. The dynamics have changed. It can give you an understanding about what you expect, but maybe the timing, the product you think that is relevant, somebody has already bought it, or people have moved away from that product. People, you see, the way we are in Ghana, because we have a lot of importation from China, products change very, very fast. You are not very, very careful. A product that you have become accustomed to, tomorrow the pirated version is on the market. Everybody's going for that. Then, or a substitute. I don't even see, sometimes it's not a pirated version, a substitute. Another product can do the same thing as yours is doing, can come onto the market, and then it will start confusing your product, or people don't want your product anymore. The woman will tell you this, and it's very true. You go and invest in Pampers from Nigeria and come bring it here. Then all of a sudden, Yas will come and flood the market with Yas they have got their own Yas diapers, Yas baby food, Yas powder, toothpaste, and everything. So somebody open a Yas shop, everything Yas. So when you go there, you get everything very, very cheap. All the things you bought on Pampers, Huggies, and everything, nobody is buying, because Yas is cheap. It's also good. And that is it. And all your products is that their soap is also good. By the time you realize nobody is buying your product anymore. And that's because somebody went to China once and bought all those products. So you have to be very, very careful about the market. If you get attached to one product and the product change, the market changes can affect you. Yes, please let me take some questions. I saw your hand. I thought your hand was going up. Okay. Any questions on these issues? Some of the challenges you have faced, or you want to share an experience? Would like to hear from you. Yes. You have something to say? Yes. Yeah. There's another one there. I didn't want to go there because it will take us very far because of the other people. Yeah, because it is more purely mathematical. But there are a lot of videos on the internet for you to be able to use that. Very, very mathematical. No. You see, you can read in simplicity. That's why. But at least I put the material there for you. Yes. Yes. You have a question? Yeah. Let me ask one question here. When this hotel was coming up, what were your perceptions about it? You saw the construction taking, or you didn't see it? All of a sudden, it showed up. Those who are, they saw it. You saw it? Yes, it's about it. Because this is how businesses start, and then all of a sudden, other businesses are dying out.
Yeah, this place originally belonged to another entrepreneur.
Oh, okay.
Who set up a hotel.
So there was a hotel here already?
Yes.
Okay.
But it was not functioning the way he thought, because there was no road, no access to the place.
Oh.
Every year he has to hire his own bulldozer or grader to shape the road to the place. Patronage was very low. It's only friends. We come and take a few beers. So patronage was so. After so many years, he got fed up and decided to sell off the property because it was not benefiting him. Then this new man came, bought of that same thing, and this is what we are seeing today. Very magnificent. The approach is good. The road is good. It's a 4-star hotel, and it's an interesting thing viewing it into this particular out wing is new. It was just finished.
There's another place.
This particular wing where we are now.
This is one. I thought it's the whole hotel. Oh, there's other parts.
No, what I'm saying is that where you see as a hotel, they were developed in lots, in phases. This is the latest phase.
So there could be another phase too.
Oh yes, of course, maybe behind.
Yes, inside formation.
No, so that is how this place developed, and it was wonderful. What we are seeing today, from what it
I think it has a better look than far better than Akosombo Hotel. Because this is a 4-star.
Of course.
So now you have given an interest for people to come here.
And then the materials that are used, you see the stone, the rock thing, and skilled people were brought from outside, maybe not necessarily Ghana, Togo, people who are skilled, who can lay those things. So many things went into it. So what I'm saying is that where we are now was opened only a few months ago. Where we are now.
Oh, interesting. See, one thing I was saying about how businesses change. The fact that entrepreneur began and didn't get he said access was the issue. And I was saying that sometimes you have to ask whether your customers will like the product and whether it will make it even easy for them to be able to access the product. When I was coming here, I told one thing with my team that create a hotel and build your own road to the hotel. You have got your clients. Because if you don't create the road to the hotel, nobody can be able to come there. So he created all government workshops will come here. I realize that the universities that have come around, this is a prime thing for them now, because when they have foreign visitors, they have got a very good hotel to keep them. UHAS, the Polytechnic, whole university, technical university, and then there are other private institutions. I've seen there's a college too. I've seen there. They are all going to make use of it. So it's now in prime business.
They have presidential lodge just here, where all these presidents will come visit quietly and even rest here. Actually, Charles has forgotten that we came here and my car got stuck here before during that time, and we have to keep it or hire people to be pulling it back. While we are going down, somebody has to be helping us pulling it back so that we don't go too fast.